Let's talk about artist's block. Have you ever gotten your paint application open, you're sitting there ready to paint with your stylus in your hand, and then nothing? The idea didn't come. You had your free time slot to paint and everything, but the idea is wasting your time by not showing up. This often happens during art classes too, when the students are given a lot of freedom on what to create. By the way, I often give this freedom because the classes I've often taught have been concept art classes specifically, and creating good art is always secondary to creating interesting ideas. That's why it's called concept art and not Department of Promotional Material Content Creation, but I digress. How often does this waiting method actually work? Rarely. For some people it never works. What I encourage to try instead is just to start. Just start painting. Move your brush across the canvas, change the colors and paint some more. Add darker values in big strokes. Make sure you're covering up all of that white stuff. How is this helpful? Observing something visual activates your brain into thinking visually. Just thinking conceptual ideas by itself doesn't yet start the process of forming those thoughts into shapes on two-dimensional plane. But when you already have some shapes on screen, it's easier to make visual associations with the subconscious thoughts that are already in your head. This way of starting a painting might sound like it will always give just random ideas, but surprisingly it's quite the opposite. It works like an ink blot test. When you're presented with a question of what do you see in this chaos, it's easy to trick your mind into viewing the image as just a random creation. Therefore, any ideas and shapes you project onto it are the result of just those coincidences, right? Well, actually no. The things you choose to see are an unfiltered version of how you see the world, and you might be surprised how personal the work can get through this working method. Art is a mirror. It shows us who we are. This image is easily distorted by your ego, but there are always ways you can trick your ego to look the other way while you quickly manage to make those creative risks your ego would never let you make. This process is just one of those, and if you're one of those artists who waits for the idea to come while you're staring at a blank canvas feeling frustrated, why not at least try it? It's not like what I'm suggesting here will make you produce less art anyway, so just go for it. You have nothing to lose. Thank you for listening. I'm Mikko and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!